Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. How y'all doing? Howdy, kids? I am QtheCostaRican, coach of the Chicago Dragapults. Yes, sir, we finally get to say it. Today, we are here with our draft analysis of our Chicago Dragapults in the Prep City Tour, hosted by the homie JayVee. So, if you guys didn't know, a draft league is you and a bunch of homies get together and draft Pokemon based on a tier list, typically based on a tier list with Pokemon that are priced accordingly to, you know, the highest pricing being the best Pokemons, the lowest pricing being the shitters. You know how it is. But we actually ended up going with a free draft in this one because we're a bit chaotic. We didn't really want to ban anything. You know what I mean? We wanted to just, like, you know, just get your Pokemon. Let's get, I think it was 10 guys. Let's just get 10 guys and let's just have a good time. So, if you guys wanting the rule set of this draft league, it'll be more detailed in the description. But basically, it's just draft 10 guys. Don't be a piece of shit. Click your buttons fast. There is one Pokemon on each team that can be a Terra Captain, meaning they can Terastallize into any type they want to. We didn't feel like drafting like types was gonna work, and then like a few Pokemon could do it, or if we didn't want to leave it open as well to like just being able to Terastallize anybody. So, with that being said, we decided on Terra Captain. So we were pick number 13 out of 14. Kind of wild, kind of shitty. You know what I mean? Because I felt in my heart that there was a chance I could get the homie Dragapult, but not at pick number 13. There was no way. So we were kind of like a bit of a back-end wheel. And, you know, with that back-end wheel, I don't know how this Pokemon actually ended up dropping to me, but we ended up getting, drumroll please, let's fucking go Iron Bundle. Hell yeah. So that's right, the homie Iron Bundle with the round 1 pick, the dual water ice Pokemon. It's kind of crazy. This Pokemon was banned to Ubers about what did it take, like a day and a half with the game being out, and then they just ended up banning the homie. This Pokemon has not a single switch in the entire game with its dual stab and water ice. You might be asking yourself, why is that, Q? Well, that's because the water types that would normally be resisting the water and ice moves will be dead, because we get access to the move Freeze Dry, which, if you don't know, is a ice type move that is super effective against water types. Iron Bundle was banned for a reason. And I figured, you know what? He's the best thing available. I'm going to draft him. If I can't get Pole, I'm going to get the bundle. Base 136 speed. Kind of stupid dummy fast. The fastest Paradoxmon. Don't at me. Because I believe the Fluttermane running around is base 135. Base 124 special attack. Kind of crazy. And my man will surprisingly live a few physical hits that you would think, hey, you shouldn't be living this physical hit. Well, guess what? I am. And it's just what happened. Iron Bundle is here, is now. He will be landing his Hydro Pumps. I will be manifesting all the Hydro Pump lands in the world. Iron Bundle. Can't wait to use the homie, see how he does, see how he performs. Like I said, he is an Uber, technically. We have an Uber on the team. My man is an Uber, and we have him. Now up next, I just the first couple rounds I kind of was just taking what was the best, what in my opinion was the best thing left available. And number 2 is another Iron Pokemon. Yes, sir, Iron Chareds, the future Don fan. The homie is strong. He is as strong as he is tough, with his base 112 attack, his base 120 defense, and his base 106 speed. Super dummy fast. My man gets access to Rapid Spin, which will give him a +1 speed, which after the Booster Energy boost from Booster Energy, what a series of unnecessary words. My man can get his attack raised if you're not Jolly. If you want to just be, you could even be Jolly and still get the attack raised, but you just wouldn't have enough. You wouldn't have a lot of speed investment for whatever reason. So why would you be Jolly? I don't know. So we're probably going to be at it most of the time. But regardless, after a +1, my man is outspeeding quite a few Pokemon with that Booster Energy boost. He is just clicking buttons with the ground steel typing. I don't know why that's not on here actually. I thought that would be. With the ground steel typing, my man can be clicking some buttons. I'm really looking forward to what the homie has in store. You don't really want your, like, strongest Pokemon on the offensive side to be, like, your guaranteed spinner. So maybe we have another spinner later in the draft. You have to stay and find out. But I use Iron Treads quite a bit in the 6v6s against the homies. And he's always a huge threat that everyone has to be scared of. He's just super strong. Like I said, wanted to take the next best thing and decided on the homie Iron Treads. We got a bit of a future theme going. There's only one terrain user in the game. Did we get it? Spoilers, we did not. Up next, we have the homie, Mr. 10K himself, Ceruledge. If you don't know the lore about the homie Ceruledge and our channel, I think it was our second or third battle we ever posted on the channel. And overnight, my homie Ceruledge got the channel 10K views overnight on one video. It's kind of crazy. I don't know what he's up to right now, but regardless, the homie 10K over here is a powerful Pokemon with base 125 attack. Didn't even see that actually beforehand. 100 Spadef, so my man might be living some dark pulses when you think you wouldn't. And base 85 speed, nothing to be too ashamed of. Pretty fast, pretty slow. In this meta, like most of the Paradox Monos are outspeeding you, but once those guys are gone, who knows, you know what I mean? We also get access to weak armor, which if you don't know what weak armor does, when you get hit with a physical move, your defense goes down by 1, but your speed increases by 2. Multiplies, basically doubles. So my man can potentially be sweeping in the end game. Also gets access to moves like Shadow Sneak and Flame Charge. Flame Charge can up your speed. Shadow Sneak is a priority move, so my man is pretty strong, so Shadow Sneak might be able just to pick things off in the end game. Also gets access to Flash Fire, which isn't anything to just look over. Gives you a fire immunity, pretty good. We already resist fire. Why not be immune to it and then boost our fire type moves for, I don't know if it's the remainder of the time or in battle or if it's the next turn. I actually really don't know how Flash Fire works as a mechanic. But regardless, this is a really good Pokemon that I cannot wait to use again. I haven't used him since that 10K video, and for good reason, because I knew I was going to draft him. Now up next, let's just reveal it. We grabbed Kilowattrel. It is a Pokemon. It is a Pokemon. It's very fast, gets U-turn, gets 3 really decent abilities in Wind Power, Volt Absorb, and Competitive. If you can somehow pull off, there's not a lot of defog users out there, but if you can somehow pull off a competitive boost, Kilowattrel's kind of a threat. It's kind of a threat. Outside of that, it's really not. It is really fast with its base 125 speed, just underspeeding the homie Iron Bundle, and that's actually more of the reason why I wanted this Pokemon. I didn't want to have to worry about it when we use an Iron Bundle, if it being Scarf or things like that, or it being like Focus Sash Agility or whatever. I guess Yachi Berry maybe. I don't even know if it lives through Yachi, because look at those base stats. But I don't know. I really wanted to use Kilowattrel. I thought in this game, there's really not that many good electric types. There just really isn't. There just isn't. And I was like, and I had first thought he may have gotten defog, but he doesn't. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna try him out. I used him a lot actually. I've been using him in VGC. If you guys haven't checked that out, link to shameless plug. Maybe a playlist in the description down below. But yeah, Wind Power is a new ability introduced in this game. It boosts your I believe it boosts your electric moves after you get hit by a Wind Power based move, or a wind move, a wind type. There's like a subcategory of moves now called wind. It's not like they do anything in terms of like type effectiveness, but I guess they affect certain abilities out there. And it'll basically mean that we're like charged up, and our electric move on the following turn will be doing double damage or something, like extra damage. I don't know the exact mechanics. I should have probably googled this. But Volt Absorb gives an electric immunity, which is pretty cool. And then, like I said, competitive already, gives you a +2 to your special attack after getting a stat dropped on your side, not self-imposed. So no close combat users can boost that and stuff like that. Even though close combat and competitive kind of contradict each other, but I digress. Regardless, Kilowattrel, electric flying stab, pretty good. It's basically your Zapdos at home, a poor man's Zapdos, if you will. Will it be good? Can it be good? I don't know. Maybe on a rain team. I'm gonna try it out and see how it goes. But don't be surprised if we end up dropping the homie Kilowattrel. Up next, we got the epitome of a team player in the homie Grimmsnarl, the Gen 8 representative, our first Pokemon that is not new to the generation of 9. Grimmsnarl gets access to some pretty good abilities in Prankster and Frisk. Pickpocket, you're most likely not going to be able to use it, but Prankster screens. My man got access to Parting Shot this generation. Prankster Parting Shot is going to be insane. It's a pivoting move that also lowers the opponent's stats. So it's gonna, like I said, going to be a pretty good team player. He can also fuck around with bulk upsets because Prankster. Frisk also is really good just because to scout for your opponent's item. Having information in a battle, especially in this generation when the battles will be going super fast paced, is going to be really, really good in my opinion. I think it's going to be really good if I end up not needing Prankster and just running Frisk. But a pretty good Pokemon, strong physical attack. Like I said, it's a team player, going to get up screens, going to do all that stuff. Gets access to Sucker Punch, not bad, so you never know. But that's the homie Grimmsnarl. So we wanted to keep on the theme with not necessarily needing to draft Gen 9 Pokemon anymore. We got the first 4 out of the way. So that's enough, right? That's enough, some would think. So we ended up going in the next pick with the homie Dragonite. Yeah, that's right, the Gen 1 OG Dragonite. Base 134 special attack. Kind of crazy. Dragon Flying type, pretty strong. But his Dragon Flying type doesn't matter because, yes, sir, you're looking at the homie Terra Captain Dragonite. That's right. We can terrestrialize the homie into whatever type we want. It doesn't matter. Terra Normal? Yes, sir. Terra Steel? Maybe. Terra Water for whatever reason? I don't know. Who knows? It's D-Knight, base 80 speed. After a Dragon Dance, he's kind of outspeeding a lot of things. And my man can live almost every hit in the game because of multi-scale. Multi-scale will boost your damage reduction if you are at full. So a pretty cool ability. He also gets Inner Focus, which means he's immune to flinching, which I think Inner Focus also makes you immune to Intimidate. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. But yeah, my man gets access to a lot of coverage moves. You can run him physical. You can run him special. You can run him right into the ground with I don't think he gets defog this gen, actually. A lot of mons lost defog for whatever reason. But yeah, this is a really good Pokemon. Our Terra Captain. Will he end up being the kill leader by the end of the season? I don't know. You'll have to find out by watching all the videos that will be posted on Fridays. Maybe I should have started with that. I don't know. I'm very disorganized, as you can tell. We do no scripting on this side. Up next, I decided, you know what? In the last 2 picks, we didn't take a Gen 9er. Let's take another Gen 9er. The homie Low Kicks. This man is a threat, and he is a quiet threat. Not a lot of people are talking about this Pokemon, but with the Tinted Lens ability, you resist. Your Bug and Dark resist, because this man is Bug Dark. Your Bug and Dark resist don't resist anymore. It's kind of weird. Tinted Lens does boost the damage on moves that normally would be resisted. Gets access to some really strong priority moves that I did not have on the team before, so I really wanted them in First Impression and Sucker Punch. Those are some really good moves. First Impression always goes first. Well, not always. It's really high in the priority bracket. I think it's +2 or 3. Strong Bug move, like I said, does not... No Pokemon resist him, so I thought that was like it's just really good. Gets access to U-Turn as well. I really want to use this Pokemon because I've used it quite a bit in the 6v6s against the homie, and it's gotten kills. It's been very threatening, but it hasn't been able to clutch up. It's just been missing. It's just been missing something. And I think with the rest of this Pokemon on this team, this Pokemon known as Low Kicks can fuck around and bring some really strong usefulness to the squadron. Now up next, I couldn't help but notice we only have 1 spinner on the team. We don't have any defoggers because our flying types neither get defog. I could be wrong. Maybe Dragonite does get it, and I just don't know. But regardless, I ended up going with the homie Cloyster. That's right. He is our designated spinner, but he's not actually, because that's what I thought he was when I first drafted him. He is not a spinner. He lost access to spin this generation. So granted, my man can still get a Shell Smash up and like do some damage, or just be a physical tank. A physical tank on the physical side is what I was gonna say, but I stopped myself and I ended up saying it anyways. He could do that. He still gets access to spikes and T-spikes and stuff like that, and he can still Shell Smash and end up sweeping a potential something like that. But I really wanted him to be able to spin, man. Why does he not get spin? What the fuck happened, Game Freak? I don't get it. Can someone explain it to me? We did double up on dual typings with this Pokemon in Iron Bundle and this, so don't be surprised if by week 2 you end up not seeing Cloyster ever again, because I might just switch him out and draft somebody else. But regardless, still a good Pokemon, still has sweeping potential. Our opponents might have to prep for that if they're not careful. Cloyster might fuck around and just sweep. Who knows? I really did want another spinner, but I guess I'll have to take what I get. You know what I'm saying? And not throw a fit, as they say. And up next, we were kind of picking from the bottom of the barrel, not gonna lie. This next Pokemon is the homie Spidops. Yes, sir. You saw it here first. Let me find out if Spidops is good, and he might be. Gets access to the Stakeout ability, which boosts your damage on moves that go second, as well as if they swap out, it'll get any move that I go for that does damage will be boosted. So it gets access to First Impression, gets U-Turn, gets some really fun moves. Just a mono bugger though, so not really doing anything. His stats are just all like average, I guess. I mean, like, his defenses are pretty high for what you think he's gonna do. I assume he's like a Focus Sash, Suicide Lead type of a thing, but he does get access to webs, get spikes, get T-spikes, gets all that good stuff. So he's kind of a bit of a team player. Took Cloyster's hazard stacking role away from him, so I guess it opens Cloyster up to be able to Shell Smash freely versus having to be my hazard stacker. But I don't know, man. Spidops, I'm looking forward to using him. Probably not going to be using him all that much, but like I said, picking from the bottom of the barrel here, and Spidops was still available, so I was like, sure, why not? And then last, but surely not least. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last but surely not least. Your homie was missing quite a few typings. Bug was not one we were missing. Grass we were missing. Poison we were missing. A strong normal type we were missing as well. But you know, there were some good Pokemon left available, but I thought the best one that was still on the board that filled at least 1 out of 2 of those roles was the homie Aramungas, grass poison typing with the regenerator ability, kind of a broken ability. Everybody thought that it got nerfed this generation, but I don't think it did. I think it's still there. Regardless, my man is a physical or special tank, not resisting to ground moves like you want your grass type to be. But we got two bug types, so maybe that won't matter, and 2 flyers. You know what I mean? So, and there's not a lot of ground types running around. It's really just the Don fans. We got one of the Don fans, and then Garchomp, and then I guess Crocodile, but really not that many ground types running around. But the homie Amoonguss does get access to Spore. You know how much we love Spore on this channel, so that could open up a Shell Smashing Cloyster, a Swords Dancing Severledge, a Dragon Dancing Dragonite. You never know. A Rapid Spinning homie. It just helped. I thought, in my opinion, with the team. Was also able to just sponge hits and stuff like that, and then pivot around with the generator into our threats. You never know. I think I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of Amoonguss, and I'm really looking forward to being the Spore abuser. You know what I mean? There is a sleep clause because we're not pieces of shit in this league. There is a sleep clause, obviously, so you can only put 1 Pokemon to sleep at a time. But hey, you know, it's just you never know. But regardless, that is going to be your Chicago Dragapults of the Prep City Tour. Make sure you go check all the coaches out. Link to their channels in the description down below. These battles will be being posted the same day that you're seeing this draft analysis on Friday. So next week, Friday, tune in for week 1 of the PCT, where we will be going up against the homie, JB Westside, coach of the Las Vegas Cinder Races. I don't know if he changes, no, he definitely didn't change his logo, yeah. So, tune in for that. If you like what you saw and you saw what you like, don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new. Make sure you go check out all the homies. Links to their channels in the description down below, guys. Draft League is upon us. It is now. We are starting. Draft League is starting today. Let's fucking go.